Welcome to Spinning Dreams. My name is Laura, and this is where I chat about all of my knitting and crochet and sewing and sometimes spinning. And it's the 12th of January today, and I am so excited to be here. It's been so long, and I am just very happy to be here chatting about my creative stuff, and it feels like the right time to be here. I'm so excited. So it's winter here. I'm in the Pacific Northwest of the States, and it's nippy outside. A lovely gray day. So I'm enjoying wearing wool today, all my woolies. And we will be going outside a bit later, so I'll be bundling up even more, wearing my nice soft woolen mittens. So it's definitely that time of year where I'm just loving all of the woolly stuff. So yeah, I'll get started. I have quite a bit to catch you up on. I thought I would just kind of like jump in with what I'm working on now and my most recent finishes and go from there. So what I'm working on now is a cardigan for a young, beautiful baby who is coming up on her first birthday. So the sweater that I've chosen, the sweater pattern that I've chosen is called, I hope I say this right, I think it's called Eole or Eole. Eole. Here's the name. And it's a pattern by Nadia Creighton-Leshen. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. It's a lovely pattern. Really recommend it so far. I'm nearly finished, so I can say that all of the parts came together well. It's top down, and it has kind of a fun, I'm forgetting what it's called, but like a pinwheel. I don't know. It's a really cool yoke design is what I'm trying to say. So it has these really nice increases here, and here it's in a nice bright cheerful red, and I'm knitting the 18 to 24 month, and this is Rauma Phenol. And it's my first time working, wait, is it? Yes, I think it's my first time working with it. Been wanting to for so long. The hem stitches, the body stitches are on hold right now because I believe the next step after finishing the sleeves is to do kind of some picking up along the collar here, which is all on waste yarn being held in a provisional cast on. And then I think you pick up each side here, and then the hem. I think you pick it all up. I don't know. I think there's some kind of an I-cord thing going on. I'm not sure. So the sleeves have an I-cord bind off, which is lovely. Oh, I just realized I haven't trimmed this off. It's still attached to my working yarn because I just finished this morning. So it's so beautiful. Like, the details on this are so sweet, and yeah, it's very simple. And it looks like the sleeves are nice and puffed, and I love that. Like, I think it's gonna be so cute. So the person or the child I'm knitting this for, I haven't even met yet, which I'm very excited. It's actually my niece, and her mommy doesn't know that I'm making this for her. So I don't know if she'll be watching this, but anyway, I'll take a risk and share. Yeah, I'm gonna meet her soon. I think we're gonna be taking a trip to the UK and to see her, to meet her for the first time. And we will also be going to Wales to see where Mabel was born, and actually be able to stay in that house where she spent her first year and a half. And then we're possibly going to Paris which is very exciting. So yeah, we have a trip coming up, and this little cardigan will be coming with us, and I can't wait to gift it for this dear little girl's first birthday, and for Mabel, my daughter, to meet her cousin. It's going to be very magical, so I'm so excited for that. So yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. I'm nearly finished, and oh, I have these darling buttons, which are in a different room, I think. They're just round little, I want to say like 5/8 inch buttons, and little wooden ones, and they're yeah, just a light wood. I don't know what wood they are, but they're gonna look great with the red. I think it's gonna look so cute, and just kind of timeless, hopefully. So I think it might actually, this cardigan might actually fit my daughter, who's 4. So I don't know. I feel like my gauge is fine. I think it's just like kind of a nice, loose, flowy. If you look at the pictures, I don't have any here with me because my printer didn't print it very well, the ink. But I'll try and insert a photo, or I'll put a link at least down below for you to be able to see what it looks like. But it's so sweet. Yeah, I definitely recommend this pattern. So I forgot in the intro to share what I'm wearing. So I'm actually wearing 2 knitted garments, but only one of them was knitted by me. This actually is a charity shop find. I believe it's handmade, but there's no tag or anything, which kind of makes me think even more that it's handmade, and I just keep looking at it thinking that it is. Either way, it's like a merino. It's so soft, and it's got this like big bat wing thing going on, which makes it very cozy, and it's, I don't know, it's ribbed and very, very nice. So I wear it a lot. And then this is actually, I'll take it, I'll unwind it. This I made last summer, but because I've been away for so long, I haven't shared it yet. But I love this thing. I live in it. I think it's already like starting to like really pill and like do its thing because of the friction. Like I wear it all the time. So it's my Free Your Fade. It's a Free Your Fade by Andrea Mowry. And it was just so lovely to knit up. She's right. Like this is such a nice pattern. She's definitely done well designing this. And I have tried a Free Your Fade before with some hand spun, and I don't know if you look back in my previous episodes, you'll see that my poor little shawl got eaten by moths. So that's when we were living in Wales, and I felt so sad. So I didn't revisit that pattern for quite a while, but then I was like, oh man, I'm just gonna revisit it because it's so nice. I really want this shawl in my life, and I'm really glad I did, because I really wear this thing like, I don't know, at least once a week. So it is in, I'm trying to think of the yarns that I used. So Woolberry is this one. This is a Woolberry yarn, and I can't tell you the colorway right now, but I'll try and find it and put it down below. And it is so soft. I think it's like, I don't know, I don't remember the content, but it is just very, very soft. And it's the one that's kind of getting a bit fuzzy around the edges, but I think it probably gets the most friction because it's closest to my arms. Like it's the one on the outside, the color on the outside here on the very end here. Yeah, that's right. So it kind of gets closest to my arms, and like whatever I'm doing, like if I'm holding Mabel, like it gets a fair bit of friction whenever I'm wearing it. So I think that's why. I don't think there's anything like negative to say about that. The yarn, I love it. Like I love the feel, and I don't mind that it gets fuzzy at all. Like it just makes it feel like more like home to me. Like, I don't know. I guess everybody has different feelings on things having signs of wear. I actually feel quite good about it. Like I like it when things start to show wear, because it shows like that it's been well loved and used, and that it's traveled with you like through all of your experiences and your home life and maybe adventures outside and travel. So like I have a quilt. I'm going on a tangent now, but I have a quilt that I made when I was a teenager, and I use it every day on the sofa now to protect our sofa from food and whatever with my daughter, who is just 4 and things get messy, and that's fine. And I wash it a lot because of that, and it has like a lot of holes and like the seams are coming undone and stuff, but I actually really like it. Like I fixed it a couple of times, and I almost don't want to fix it because it's so lovely to me to see that it's being used, and I don't really feel like, oh, like I need to elevate. I like it. I like it when things are useful and beautiful at the same time, and that means that they're gonna get worn down. Anyway, that's the end of my my little rant about that. But anyway, so next color. So that was Woolberry, and then the next one is Magpie Fibers Swanky, and I actually think I have, yeah, I do randomly have this right here from when I used it. So I do have this one. And let me see what the color, Dream Beaver. So it is, I want to say it's even softer. It's merino, cashmere, and nylon. And I think that's just maybe the cashmere. I don't know, but it is swanky. And it's such a lovely neutral. I really like this color. So I kind of wanted a pink overall feel, but I also love neutrals. So this one kind of tied it in. It has ties in the pink because it has like little speckles of pink. And then it also has some green, which I love pink and green together. I think that might be my favorite combination of colors together. Just different variations of each, of those together. And then, so yeah, that's the middle one. And then the last one is La Bien-Aimée Sock, I think. Yeah. And it's this lovely light pink with some neon yellow that makes me so happy. I don't think I've ever done any knitting with neon yellow in it, and it makes me very happy. I didn't realize that it would, but it really reminds me of like pollen, or like, yeah, just like the center of a flower that's like very ready, like in the summer, to give off pollen. And I don't know if my camera is picking it up on my phone. And the lighting in here, I have to apologize, the lighting is not great. And I debated how to do the lighting in here right now because I really just want to show up here. I could use my artificial lighting, like my big set lighting kind of, but I was worried that it would put me off coming and showing up this morning. So I am using natural daylight and this beautiful light here and some overhead lighting. So it is what it is, and it means that I get to show up. So I know it's a bit of a compromise, but I'm glad I could be here. So yeah, I love this all together. It's kind of like, I normally, when I make a project like a sweater, I often like use one brand, one base, one same base, one thing. And so using 3 different bases from 3 different makers is making me happy. I like having all of them on me at the same time. And yeah, I don't know if I had to choose one of them. I'm not sure which one I would have chosen because I love all of them equally for different reasons. So yeah, highly recommend this pattern. I actually made another one soon after. I just cast it right on after, and I'll have to show you that one in another episode. Maybe I'll wear it next time. It's green, pink and green. So yeah, I always come back to Andrea Mowry's patterns. Even if I don't cast on right away, I search, I scroll, and I look, and I'm like, hello again, Andrea. So I don't know, there's something about her patterns that are wearable and yet like fashionable and creative and the right mood for me for knitting often, like the right level of interest yet repetitive, mindful knitting in there too. It stretches me and yet it calms me. So there's just that balance that she strikes with her patterns, I find. And I think I've mentioned this before. I love her I'll Knit If I Want To podcast. I've learned so much. I still watch it here and there. Like, I always learn things when she answers those questions. So if you haven't already, highly recommend watching that. Yeah, so let me think. Okay, what's next? I recently knit my daughter some mittens, and she asked for them, even though she lost the other one of this. This is her last pair, so she lost a mitten, and it was sad, but I got over it. These took very little time to knit, so I'm not like devastated or anything. But it would have been nice to like hold on to them, you know, for posterity or whatever, but that's okay. I'll hold on to this one. So this was her previous pair. They don't fit her anymore. And then we went into La Mercerie, which is one of my local yarn shops, and I said, okay, which yarn speaks to you? Which color? And she walked around the whole shop. She was very like careful and like meticulously looking around. And I was doing something else. Like I was looking for something else as well for myself, and my mom I think was there with me because she wanted a new hat as well. And so Mabel like chose this color, which hopefully the light is picking up how electric this color is. Kind of is. You can kind of see the electric bluey purpley color. So this is La Bien-Aimée. I think sock again maybe. I don't know. I'll write it all down below, and I'll give you the colorway because I don't have the label here. But it is not hard to find this color. Like it's very electric, and you'd be like, oh yeah, it's that one. There's no way to miss this one. But it's so cute. Like I used the same pattern again. So I was like, are you sure? Because like that's really electric and really dark, and like it's just not a color that you've shown me that you like in the past. Are you sure? And so she walked around the whole shop again for me and just was like, yep, that's the one. I was like, okay, great. I love it too. And so it's the same pattern as this one that I used. And it is by Tin Can Knits. I think it's like the easiest mitten pattern ever or something. I'm probably changing the name of that, but it's to the effect of that, and I'll link it below. It's a great pattern. It takes, I think I probably talked about this in another episode, it's kind of like a what you have recipe. So if you are starting with like a DK or a fingering or a worsted weight yarn, you then follow the instructions in the pattern for that weight. And then it also says like, okay, what size are you doing? You know, and then you choose the size as well. So it's kind of choose your own adventure, kind of like with whatever you have on hand, whoever you're making it for, and whatever materials you have. And so it's really great to keep coming back to that pattern. I would like to make some for myself. And they fit her great. It's super simple. There's not much to say. Love the yarn. I've used it before, obviously, and it's great. Yeah, so she's happy with them. I think what I'm going to do, though, is she wants some flowers embroidered on them. So I have a book, actually, about embroidering with wool. I think it's just wool and cotton. So, like, you can cut out shapes. Like, it shows you how to cut out shapes of felted wool, and then, like, embroider it onto fabric. But and normally I think it's like a woven cotton that this author is working with to show you how to do this, but I think it will look wonderful on here as well, and I'll just adjust it a little bit if I need to, and I'll just play. So she's decided she wants pink flowers with green leaves and stems, so maybe next time I'll show you that if I've got it done. So those are Mabel's mittens. Yeah, what's next? Let me think. Oh, so I traveled to Oregon with my family to see my brother and his family there. They live there. And we went out one day. It was lovely to see them, and the cousins reunited, and that was really nice to see them all together again. And we went to shop for a little bit one day and just look around the nearby town. And we went to a yarn shop, and I really loved this yarn shop. It was really sweet, and I think it's the one that my sister-in-law goes to for all of her hats and different things that they knit, their family knit. So yeah, I couldn't leave there without some yarn, so I picked up a few different things. And while we're on the theme of mittens, I will show you this one, which Yeah, I think I have a label here so I can tell you. I'd really like to make myself some fingerless mittens because I have been knitting in the cold. So Mabel and I have been going out more on hikes and getting outside more, trying to get that light into our eyes, which I've been reading is so important for your health and well-being. So I've been trying to get out, I mean, not so much over the holidays, but trying to get out in the morning time, and it's cold. So I really do need some mittens. So I'd like to do some fingerless mittens. And I got this yarn there that is called Quaker Hill by Plymouth Yarn. And I've never used this before. I don't even think I know much about this. So it's, yeah, Plymouth Yarn Company, Bristol, Pennsylvania, I think. And let me see, what is the content? Yeah, 50% Highland wool and 50% alpaca. And so it's this lovely shade of gray, just kind of a little bit warm. Maybe it's kind of a neutral gray, medium gray. And I thought that would just go with a lot of what I wear. This is going to be a functional knit, I think, hopefully beautiful too, but mostly just to keep me warm and cozy while I knit outside. So yeah, it's soft. I feel like the alpaca really does that for us, doesn't it? So it has that lovely alpaca feeling, like you can kind of see the way it drapes a little bit, that it's going to be, that alpaca will give it some lovely drape, which I probably won't need very much drape for my mittens, but it'll feel good against my skin anyway. So I'm hoping to make some mittens, and I have looked at patterns over the years, but I don't have any particular pattern in mind. So if you have any recommendations, that would be great. This is, let's see what the gauge is on this. Does it say? It doesn't even say, I don't think. Oh yeah, 5.5 stitches per inch. So US 5 needle. So yeah, that's the gauge. So I feel like I'm sure I'll come up with something, or maybe just write my own pattern, I don't know. But either way, I'm excited about that. So I got that at the yarn shop, and then I also got some, what is it called? The Fiber Company, their Road to China Light, which I love. Like every time I see this yarn, I'm like, I want this again. So I knit a while back, I knit a Shawl shawl, and I love it. It's so beautiful. I could just wear this thing all the time, except that it's too small. Like this is too small for me. And I'm not wearing it all the time because it's too small. I think it's maybe a bit too dark. Like I want it to brighten a little bit somewhere. So I splurged on some more of the Road to China Light to hopefully extend this shawl, or maybe even just do something different. Maybe like frog the Shaylin shawl and do something different. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, and I kind of like that. I like that I have this open-ended thing on my table, my plate, so to speak. And these are the colors I picked up. So they're definitely lighter. So let's see. There's like kind of a taupe up here at the top and a light gray down here. And then I've got like this cream, well, maybe like an ecru or like a beige. And then this one's kind of like, I don't know what you want to call that. It's like a darker beige, I guess. It's not reading as dark as it is here. That's okay. And then this is like a pink, which again, it's not reading pink very well. The coloring on this is not right, but anyway, I think it's gonna look really pretty. So I've got these dark colors, and then I've got like these light, you can see the contrast here. It's gonna be quite a contrast. So I don't know if I want to do like a fade. I feel like I'm doing lots of fades right now, and I'm kind of like ready to do maybe something a little bit different, like maybe a brioche, maybe? I don't know. So Road to China Light is a really lovely blend of cashmere, camel, silk, and baby alpaca. So it's, the touch of it is like so luxurious, And yeah, there's nothing like it that I found yet. Let me know if you found something similar, because I don't know, I just love it. I love that soft feel. I love rustic wools too. And there's a time for both, I feel like, for me. When I'm inside and I just want to snuggle with something, then I really like having something soft. But then when I'm going outside, I want something more rustic to keep me warmer. I wear both, actually. I often wear this outside, and then I wear a rustic cardigan, or definitely rustic mittens, like my Let Lopi mittens that I've made for myself. I've been wearing a lot. But yeah, I really love this luxurious, soft feeling. There's something very healing about that for me, just feeling like you're just embraced by this softness. So it does feel like a bit like therapy, like a sensory thing, maybe. So I'm very excited to work on that, and I was really happily surprised that this yarn shop had that. Yeah, so that was really fun to go to a new yarn shop, and with my sister-in-law and my brother and my niece. So yeah, I think that's probably it for me this week. I have a goal to be here every week, and I've never done this before, and it feels like a lot, but I feel like I want to try. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna try. And so I think I'll leave anything else for next week, because I'll be back, hopefully. That's the plan. And so I will leave you there. I am trying to think if there's anything I want to share, like what else is going on in my life. Just a lot of mom stuff, really, which has been great. Like, I've been really enjoying it. Hanging out with Mabel, like, during the holidays has been great. We've been hanging out a lot as a family. Mark had like 9 days off, which was great. Like, we had this stretch of time to just be us. And yeah, I think we really needed that. So I feel recharged. I feel ready to tackle 2025, for better or for worse. And I think something I'm really looking forward to this year is making more. And I think, like, the past few years have been a little bit hard for me on that side, because I've always felt like my desire to make was there, but my ability felt limited. Like, I think it was, but so much is in your head, right? And so much is about how you view things, and your perception and your decisions, and how you arrange your day. So it's hard to say, but at this point, I'm looking forward, and I'm thinking, I think I can make more. And so that's what I'm looking at, and I'm thinking, that feels really good. I think that's our family culture in our house, is to make do with things and to make them last. And also, if we're going to bring something in the home, we really, really love it if it's like high quality handmade, or just something that you can really put your faith in and like feel good about, rather than anything that's fast or quick or cheap. So all that said, I'm making more this year. That's my goal, or whatever you want to call it, my ambition, my hope, my dreams. A friend of mine has been talking about following your dreams, and I love it. It's, in a way, our society has made that kind of cheesy, but then it's so important to feel like you want to follow your dreams. So follow your dreams. This is me saying, follow your dreams. Spinning Dreams is the name of my podcast, and I'm always dreaming, and I think that's really, really important. So follow your dreams this week, and I'll see you next week for the next episode. Yeah, enjoy all your making. Thank you for watching. Bye.